Hello everyone, and welcome to the Deeply Renegade podcast. My name is Molly, also known as the Deeply Renegade, and I'd like to welcome you guys to episode 182. Today is Saturday, May 13th, 2017, and I'm glad you could join me today. I had to restart my computer because it wasn't getting past 5 seconds, but luckily I noticed it wasn't getting past 5 seconds, and it looks like we're good to go now. So I was crazy making. The other thing is, let's start recording inside. It's too beautiful today. Entirely too beautiful. So there's still a, I don't know, 10-foot long fish tank on my porch where I normally record. So we're getting a peach tree. It has peaches. Let's see, can I see? There's a peach. Yonder. There's a peach there. But they aren't red yet. The peaches are red on my peach tree over there, but I don't know. It smells like a peach. I think I should pick it. We haven't ever really successfully, what was it, gotten a harvest of peaches off. I think we ate one of the sad ones the first year we planted it, and it was not ripe. But this is why I had to record outside today, because it is complete. This is my Fadir Viajante that I knit out of my Nest fiber. It is a superwash merino and silk blend. I don't know. Maybe the colors are coming out a little bit more true outside, but it seems a shame to record upstairs in the dark. I'm pondering whether or not I need a new camera or whether or not I need new lights. Because it isn't like my camera right now actually does HD resolution anyways, so whatever. So this is what we got. I had, what is it, probably enough yarn to do another row on this, but I wasn't sure, so I just went with it. And it does actually fit very similar to my first Viajante, aside from the fact it doesn't have beads in the mesh. But last night I wove in all the ends, so, what would it be? I wove in all the ends. And I left long ends and sort of wove them in a way that makes it, I wove it in a way that makes it, well, so I wove it in a way so that if I do need to make repairs or something like that, it's already in the shawl. Easy to find. Let's see. It is a Martina Ben pattern. I'm just looking to see where my scraps of yarn are hiding. Apparently that other one is not hanging out on the bottom of this bag, but this is about how much I had left, so it's like 2 grams, approximately. But nice long tail, and this isn't even really blocked, so you can see a nice rich color there. It was like, crazy camera doing all of its late adjustment. But it is what it'd be. So lots of blue my face and then all of the brown down here. So it comes off mostly with the yellow and maroon when I'm wearing it. So you can sort of see the length and how everything is coming together on it. It's now probably too warm to wear it. Maybe as a shawl. Maybe it got cold at midnight last night, so I ended up wearing it more as air conditioning protection. And my backyard neighbor's dog is very annoyed that there's a human back here, but whatever. I don't think I've recorded for as long as I've had the dog outside, because it's been since like November. Insane. But it does make a very nice, thick, snuggly shawl. So, and then you get the blue on one side and the brown on the other. I really like how well it highlights the construction. So I think that's really fun. Um, I guess I can show you guys now. How it highlights, what would it be, the stripediness of it all, and then the other side is even more, what would it be, extreme in stripediness. So I find that to be really fun and cool. So overall, very happy with how things have come together. I still need to block it. It probably won't be anything too extreme. It'll be mostly just, mostly just, what is it? To smooth everything out. Though everything is pretty nice right now. But so that brought me outside. It needed to happen. I just couldn't stand having an FO thing with bad lighting. You know what I mean? Not that this lighting isn't necessarily weird, or that just lots of reflections. I'm not sure. Oh well. So it is done. I don't know. Oh, I now know why I brought that other bag out. So, for knitting, I started my Find Your Fade, and I am already into the third color, which is exciting. What I need to do, but haven't done quite yet, is actually get it onto a big enough needle. So this is not the smallest needle I have, or the smallest cable length in my interchangeable set, but it is the second smallest, and I figured I would transfer needles as soon as I had enough to go off of. So what I'll do is, so then, here's what we got. So, I have my Miss Babs, and then it goes into this Cherry Tree Hill, and I'm now working in my Alicia Goes Around. I'm surprised at how fast this has gone and how little yarn I've used thus far. I may be filled with regret later. But, what would it be? I ended up doing extra rows before starting my mesh on the green, and I've been sort of making it work since then. I also screwed up the mesh the first time, so I might not even be doing the correct mesh, but I do like the mesh that it was creating. It ends up making vertical lines of holes. So I ended some totally reversible, so I really like how it looks good on both sides. I found that to be very cool. And I sort of like how, what is it, my decrease here matches in the mesh, so it looks like it's just totally a part of it all along. So that might actually, I might be doing the pattern correctly. Oh, excuse me. No, excuse me. So it was like sort of weird hiccupy. And then the other thing that I've changed, though it tends to be sort of a freestyle pattern anyways, is I'm fading for longer than suggested, which, since I don't want to make like a totally ginormo shawl, I think what I'm planning on doing is, what is it? What I'm planning on doing is just going for the suggested stitch count, and the way it's written, whatever, you check your, I think you need to have some divisible number based on, in order to get the mesh right, so you have to end on however many rows that makes sense in order to do that. It's probably a divisible by 4 number, I'm assuming, for close. Maybe it's the not divisible by 4, who knows, but, so it's going to be getting lighter very soon. So these are, I think, some of the darkest ones that I have ended up together, and now it's going to be bright from here on out. So here is my ball of Cherry Tree Hill, I'm sort of debating whether or not I want to actually use this one also as the very last color again. I'm not sure. It's very subtle tonal. It's not quite solid. Barely not solid. And then this is my Alicia Goes Around, which is very scrumptious to work with. I think it's a 3-ply. No, it's a 4-ply. Alright. And it's a very smooth, silky feeling merino, so this is lovely to work with. I don't know if there's any nylon in it. I left all my tags upstairs, so it's a mystery. And this one is one of the Bazinga colors in my shawl, so it's doing that whole super light, super dark, speckly contrast nonsense that I didn't even know necessarily really showing up very well. But that sort of gives an idea. And then I really liked how this one ended up coming together, but I can't even, like, a little bit of sunlight in there to sort of show. I don't know, whatever. I'm sitting in the shadiest part of my backyard because I think full sun would have been too much. I know, I wanted like a little bit of greenery. So that was how I made it work. So it's coming along. It might be too mindless. I worked on it, or what is it? It took a while for all of the knitters to assemble. So I was working on it while listening to music, and that was okay, but just working on it while people watching the Whole Foods was not gonna be enough. What would it be? And honestly, I started this project because I had pre-Fiberfest stash guilt. So, many of these yarns I had not bought for myself, even though they are colors that I really like. So, it'd just be the case where I had no plans for what in the world I was going to do with these, so I'm super duper glad that I have found a project with which to use them up with. And I don't know, I'm sort of tempted because I do actually have quite a lot of leftover. I think it would be fun to make like socks with this too. Or what is it? Make like cranberry biscotti or some sort of scrappy sock with all of these 7 ridiculous colors as another way to use things up. Oh no, did I throw it back in here? No. I don't know. My first color is MIA right now, but that's probably not the end of the world. So then this will be my color D, and it is a light blue with some darker bits in it. And then the one I am most excited for is my color E, which totally doesn't match any of the others and is ridiculously sparkly. And then we will go into this guy, which should be my color F, which is greens and light blue. And then this is the color I'm pondering about replacing. It's very light with some purple in it. So, we shall see what I end up deciding on. I'm pretty flexible. Probably. Okay. I'm a little weirded out that I can't find that other ball, but like I have like empty bags and a little bit of a mess recording out on the grass. So that is the Find Your Fade. It's a Renee Drea pattern. So far, so good. What would it be? I'm not sure what I'm going to do next, or if I should have even been thinking about that, because I still have quite a lot of knitting to do. Oh, So, the next thing I wanted to talk about was I did get some spinning done this week. I am still spinning the Greenwood Fiberworks Denali. So this is a 50% alpaca, 50% silk blend, and all of the black is alpaca, and all of the colors are silk. I can't really tell. You can get a good sense of the color. But, so it has sort of a tealy blue and some green and white in it. So, it is very pretty. And then here is my wheel. So, trying to figure out if there's a good spot of showing. But, what it be? So it's coming out very fine still. There's like occasional like hairy bits in the alpaca, which I think are more guard hairy. I'm not sure. They like stick straight out though, so definitely a little bit bizarre to me. But what it be? I don't have too much more left to go. I think I'm past the halfway point now. I think so. Oh dear. I know. We could just be quantitative about this. Because I'm pretty sure that my scale is somewhere in here. So, yay, scale. So, just set that there. Power on. I know, I managed to get a decent amount done between today and yesterday. Let me get that into ounces. Alright, so what have we got? Alright, so we have 1.69 ounces to go. So, not terrible. I was feeling where I was closer to whatever. I guess that's closer to like 1.5, so it's not crazy. So I have whatever. I'm past the halfway point. Yay! So I did get a decent amount of spinning done on that this week. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to manage getting everything I need to off of my bobbins. What would it be? So I have 2 bobbins that are full of my Jolly Spin, which I think I have to finish by the end of the month to stay on track for Spin the Bin, I think. And we're already about halfway through the month now, so might need to put a little hurry on that. But then I'll probably be finishing both of these spins in time for Stash Dash. So it's just a bobbin management problem for the most part. And then I have 4 lender bobbins, so this would mean I'm planning on playing my Jolly on the big bobbin because it can hold the full 8 ounces. But I may want to apply this alpaca on a smaller bobbin. So I don't know if that means I need to like take like another interlude and finish my merino silk sample that I was doing for the Judith Mackenzie class, or what. But something's gonna have to give. And probably it was just a little bit silly to have so many projects going at once. Options. So that's sort of my conundrum right now, is doing all of the bobbin management in order to reach a happy conclusion. I'm not really, what would it be? I don't normally have, what would it be, 2 projects going on the wheel at once, so I guess in that regard it is a little bit strange. Oh. And then I have, what is it? there are a couple of really nice spins that are left in my bin, so it should still be lovely. Um, so alpaca stem's coming along slowly but surely. I probably did a decent amount just this morning and this afternoon. But we shall see. It's been, I guess, 2 weeks on the wheel now, and I'm about halfway, so I might be pushing my luck a little bit. In terms of getting everything done in a timely fashion. Oh well, such is life. So, I'll figure something out eventually. Apparently, I'm still being undecided. Whether or not I do something really strange, like just spinning over the top of my merino. That might be the least deciding one. The one with the least amount of movement. I guess, well, actually, if I really think hard about it, I'm planning on, I think I'm planning on two-plying this alpaca silk, so honestly, I'm going to have to take it off the bobbin at some point. So I think that's going to be what ends up happening is I just need to take it off the bobbin and it'll be fine, and I won't even need to break into this very, very slow going bobbin. So, not too crazy, all things considered. What would it be? I haven't really, so what is it? Not tomorrow, but Monday is going to be the start of the next SSK Cal, and I haven't really decided on anything I really wanted to knit in that particular knit along, so I'm not sure. I might just make charity hats. Because, what would it be? In terms of the patterns I do want to do, like for things that are probably higher up on the queue than others. Like I have like a baby cocktail sweater I want to make, but that was last SSK, not this SSK. Whatever. I was a little bit bummed to find out that David won't be teaching, so that was the must class, and now whatever, they'll be a knitting person instead. So I wasn't familiar with the person that they had selected, but maybe I can see if any of her patterns were interesting. I guess I just wasn't a super big designer presence this year for the SSK attendees. And then not too much else that I have been pondering about lately, I guess. Debate, whatever. One of my debates was because the knitting on the fade isn't super duper exciting, whether I wanted to start a different shawl or do something else. I'm not sure. It's a mystery. So I guess I just haven't been super duper inspired. But since I did, whatever, speaking of such nonsense, I did decide to bind off my, I did end up deciding to bind off my Viajante, so, not getting those points. Could I have waited the 2 weeks? Well, it was more than that. I think I bound off on Monday or something like that. Could I have gotten a lot of points? Sure. I guess I'm not going to worry too much about it. I will select for myself the category that makes sense at the end, because I don't necessarily do whatever, commit to a category, and then whatever, realize that my eyes are bigger than my stomach. Oh well, such is life. finish my coffee during the episode. Craziness. It is very delicious though. It's I'm going through my Mexican vanilla, which is made with real vanilla. Oh my gosh. It needs nothing special to be delicious. It's so amazing. So that has been very, very happy coffee drinking. Like, I ran out of half and half at home, and it is still like super duper ridiculously delicious with skim milk. Exactly, skim milk. I don't normally like skim milk in my coffee, but this coffee is so delicious it doesn't matter. Whatever. Such is life. I think that is everything for me. So we'll see if I cast on anything new, because I'm not sure I can be monogamous with this project. But it has been going fast, so I guess I can't complain. I should be able to record next week, so that will be the 20th of May. Yeah, no, I don't think I have any plans right now. So that's gonna happen. And hopefully I can figure out something for SSK pre-fun, but there's only so much you can do sometimes. So, with that, I hope you guys have a lovely week, and I look forward to talking to you guys next week. So, take care, guys. Bye-bye.